KFMX.
Hello there, how are you?
Good, Maria. How are you, my friend?
I'm wonderful.
Excellent, excellent. With me on the phone, Maria Brink of In This Moment.
Yes, I'm wonderful. I'm excited that today the album came out, so that's always exciting.
When you look back at those early tours, we're talking to like the Pedal to the Metal, '09, and seeing the evolution of In This Moment. Talk about those early tours versus finally putting together your headlining sets over the last couple of years.
I mean, oh my gosh, yeah, we've been around, almost 8 years together, and in the beginning it was just us, booking our own shows, making $50 a show, driving in a van all over the country, playing these shows we booked with our non-existent booking agent. So it was just literally, it's me getting dressed in the car of a van to go in and just play a gig in front of 3 people. So
Right.
Back then, we were definitely struggling, and then eventually evolved and things started growing. And it's funny when I watch and listen to our music from the beginning of together, because it's almost like I can see myself almost mature and grow as a vocalist and artist, and I can hear the songs changing. It feels like I grew up almost in the scene. It's so crazy. But I am a woman now, and Black Widow is definitely, I think, more of the woman sides of myself. And I'm really excited about, where we are now and everything that's happening. And, I think we're exactly where we want to be.
Just watching you, and you can kind of like see for myself, I can see just little snippets of what everything is kind of evolved into right now. Does that make sense?
Yeah, totally. And it's exciting, and I'm glad you noticed it too, And it's like, I'm glad that there's that kind of transformation, because it means that I am learning and growing and, becoming better at my craft or whatever.
When you watch yourself from those previous tours, and you're into the 2014 years of In This Moment going into 2015, did you feel like when you started to set up your stage shows and your stage presence that, not only are you doing something, that's different than what everybody else is, you continue to evolve as a front woman?
I mean, there is a lot of great, strong, talented women out there in the music world. And I think that, I always want to grow, and, and I always believed I was going to have some sort of really big show, but it was like I wasn't actually putting it into action. I just kind of had this free thought about it. So I'm excited to actually be putting it into action, and that is my goal, is to, because there are such talented performers and singers out there, you do got to find a way, whether or not as women or men, but you got to figure out a way, I think, to have your own identity within the scene and have something about you that makes you very different from everybody else. And I think that's key. And when you could find something that's a special identity like that, your own path or your own genre, I think that's key. I just want to keep growing and evolving, and when I think the word sell out, like even when people, I look at that and I read people say something like that, to me, selling out is when somebody isn't being authentic with what they're writing and who they are and what they're trying to express. I think they're doing something that isn't who they are, or they're doing something that somebody else is maybe telling them to do, or they're doing something because they want to fit into some scene or fit into some pocket. Mm-hmm. Where I can, in this moment, we don't care about anybody's scene or anybody's music genre or who other people think we're supposed to sound like or be like. We truly follow our hearts and what we want to create, what we want to do, and really try to keep that freedom attached to us. And as far as the fans are concerned, they're the whole entire reason that, we do what we do is because they believe in us. They're part of the journey with us. They go on all the different albums together. We know so many fans by first names, that have been with us for 8 years, and it's become a big community. We call them the Blood Legion. But, yeah, our fans are everything to us for sure.
That you've gone on record and you kind of talked about taking yourself off of social media just for the sanity purposes?
Well, I'm definitely bold with my, you know, some of my songs or some of my visuals. But I think that those people will probably just target anybody who, you know, what I've come to learn is the more successful your band becomes, the more people will hate you. And so I've come to learn that as long as people are talking about you, whether or not it's hateful or bad or good or positive, they're talking about you. Even if somebody comes to our show and they hate it so much they can't walk away, they're just captivated and they take pictures of it because they hate it so much, and then they show all their friends. I hate this band so much. Show all these pictures. It's still exposure, you know. And so I don't read of this stuff, but I've learned how to gain power with it. I mean, Sex Metal Barbie is one of my favorite songs on the whole new album, and that song is just about just that. I went to all of the hate sites and read all of the mean things people were saying. Some of it true, some of it rumors. And I turned all of their hate and all of their negative energy into all of my lyrics and the name of the song and everything. So I turned something really hateful into power. So I actually want to thank them all.